Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be going over the byte circuit, which is really just a lot of these little bit circuits put together with one extra feature that makes this possible in order for us to transfer data. So let's go ahead and jump right in to look at it. Let me possess a character and fly back over here. So right away we see that the circuit has evaluated just like the one we looked at last time. It's off. The inputs are a little bit different here. So we see the input on the left actually kind of wraps around over to where the input is, which seems a little strange, but we'll get to why it doesn't matter. And then we have two other additional wires. We have this bottom wire that's connecting to all of these setters, and we have this top wire that is connecting all of these AND gates that we've added on top. So let's look at what happens. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to do this first bit circuit, and hopefully you can figure out that all of the bit circuits would work the same way. And I'm just going to look at one example. So right away we turn on this input right here. We see nothing has happened because our setter is not on, so the output for this circuit's not on. So let me go ahead and turn on the input, or the setter I mean. So I turn it on, and we see that the output for this has now turned on. Also notice that now, because we turned on this bottom setter wire, all of the setters along the bottom are turned on, even if their inputs are not on. So this is kind of recording a 0 input for the other ones and a 1 input for this bit. So let me go ahead and turn the setter off, and we'll turn that input off. And now let's look at the top of it. So right away we have this, our output is on, but it's going into this AND gate, so it's not actually putting anything out. So what we can do is we turn on what is called the enabler, and that allows it to put an output out if the bit is on. So if we think about it, well, let's look at this right here. So the output is off, and even if we turn on the enabler, it's still outputting an off or a 0 out after the AND. And one thing I probably should have mentioned is that these little pieces right here are connected to the bus. So they are what is getting data off of and putting data onto the bus. And so basically this is just a way of selecting which bytes get to be turned on, and we'll talk about that in a couple videos when I show you how I made the RAM and what that looks like, and it'll make a lot more sense. But essentially all you need to know is that we have a way to set all of the bits in a byte, and we also have a way to enable all of them so that their output is actually put onto the bus. So one other thing I feel I should mention, we have this thing called the MAR, or memory address register, and it is almost the exact same circuit, except for it does not have the enabler on top of it. The reason it does not have the enabler is that it goes to these decoder circuits, which then goes to the RAM, and this circuit is always on because it is not putting data onto the bus. Because it's not putting data onto the bus, it will not interfere with other operations in the computer, and thus we don't need to worry about when to enable it. We can just let it all constantly be on. Well, I hope this video has been educational. It's pretty short. I don't think there's too much to go over. In the next video, we will probably look at this big circuit right here and see what this decoder does and how it functions. Hope to see you then. Bye.